What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having an amazing life, death, and afterlife. I wanted to press record. It's been some time since I made the last video, and by some time I mean like an hour or so. I went out, I went pee, I looked at some dogs, I tried to make friends with a goose, kind of made friends with a goose and some geese. Didn't get to touch it though. There's a storm coming. Maybe if we're lucky, we can hear some big crashes. But I heard one just before I started recording. This video doesn't really have a theme. Did you hear that? Hopefully you heard that. Hopefully you can hear my voice. I know I'm talking like very softly. Very softly. Okay, anyways, I don't know what this video is about, dude. It's just me vibing, I guess. You know, just me vibing, dude. Just me fucking vibing. You probably noticed a shift in my mood from the last video, which is because I'm maybe a little bit more relaxed, and a little bit more tired, because I did stay up all night last night, and I had some relaxing moments today. It's only like 10:30 or something, and it's been relaxing, dude. I've been loving today, mostly because I haven't been around my mother and my abusive family. My family, one thing I am grateful for is that my family isn't really physically abusive. Rarely is it physical. A lot of boundaries being crossed. A lot of uncertainty. Now that I think about it, it's kind of physical sometimes. Like my sister tried to kill her boyfriend. Like only a couple months ago in the house. She threw a knife at his head, and I had to stop my sister from killing herself. Fucking countless times in the past year, because she's a fucking retard. Anyways, and what thanks do I get? I get a fuck you. Anyways, with certain people, you just gotta say goodbye to them when you get the chance. Wish them the best, but say bye-bye. Drop them like a hot potato. That's what my uncle told me, and I've held on to that piece of advice. Drop them like a hot potato, and that's what I did with a lot of my family so far. My cousins, my cousin's side of the family more so. I might keep in contact with Derek or maybe Richie, or I'm not sure. But there's some people that I definitely won't, or I don't want to say definitely, but I don't see a future in any way where I would keep in contact with anybody from my family, really, except for maybe Derek and some of those people over there, because it's fully my right and it's fully my decision, and my right decision to cut people out of my life if they're not serving me, or I don't feel like they're serving me, or they are abusing me, or causing me to experience trauma, or re-entering of trauma, if they're pushing my boundaries, if they're threatening me, if they assaulted me, all that stuff. I just gotta say, I already know this, but you just gotta say goodbye to some people. I don't care if they're your family, I don't care if they're your blood, blood, or if they're your brother, or if they're your brother from another mother, or if they're a friend or foe or family member or uncle. You hear that? You just gotta cut contact with them when you're able to, when you're safe alone. You gotta find a way to be on your own. Either get emancipated if you're young, like if you're old enough, you should be getting a job as soon as possible, moving out. But I know that takes time if your mental health isn't fully there. So I completely understand that. But that's always got to be a goal. There's got to be no uncertainty of what the best choice is to do with the people who are abusing you or have abused you, you know? And that brings me to another point. If someone abused you and abused you again, and then in the talk or argument, they are saying, I'm trying to change. That doesn't mean much. That doesn't mean much because you just hurt me deeply. And then you want me to spare you me cutting you out of my life by saying you're changing. That doesn't add up to me. So I don't care about this. I'm talking to you. I don't care if, and myself, but I already know this. I don't care if they're apologizing. I don't care if they take it back. I don't care if they buy you a fucking Lambo. I don't care if they say they're changing or they're working on it. Motherfucker. Wish them the best. Say, I love you. I wish you the best. But I'm gone. You don't even have to say that. You can just think that. Or you can still hold hate for them. You know, that hate is gonna pass. It's gonna pass eventually. When you're off on a safer and more you and more alone and more better path, more genuine, pure path for you away from these people. Drop them like a hot potato. I dropped my uncle like a hot potato. Who said that to me too? Well, he kind of dropped me and then I kind of dropped him. Sort of two-way dropping of hot potatoes. More so him. Oh, yeah, I gotta say. Basically kicked me out of his house. Which, I mean, it's fine. You know, I thought I had such a golden opportunity there, but God wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, I guess. And the way that he kicked me out and the way that he kind of did that kind of makes me grateful that I don't stay there anymore. Because it's kind of it's not that people show you their true character. It's more that people show you their deep flaws and insecurities and fears and things like that. And maybe truer feelings. You gotta be wary about that. But also you gotta be you can be a little naive about that too. And I'm not saying I was not at fault for what he did by kicking me out. I'm not saying that I wasn't fully not at fault for that. But basically, my uncle picked me up out of my situation I'm in now after a really bad situation happened with me and my family, and he picked me up and I stayed at his house for a couple weeks, and then he kicked me out again. he didn't kick me out. I mean, then he kicked me out. No, I didn't mean to say again. He kicked me out. Now I'm back at my parents' house. But it's blessings in disguise, man. Because he was there's a lot of stuff that I can do now that I wasn't able to do over there. I'm more able to be alone with myself when I want to. I'm more able. He was forcing me to go to school every week, which I clearly communicated was not my path. And he just tried to force it down my throat. Completely disregarding my feelings and thoughts and beliefs. Because I was in a program where you only go 2 days a week. That's the maximum for like 2 hours each, and the rest you do at home. He took me out of an extremely traumatizing situation, and he forced me to readjust into his lifestyle. And meanwhile, with all this, I have to go to school like 6 to 8 hours a day, or however long it was. I have to go to school. I have to meet his family, do chores, everything like that. All meanwhile, I'm suffering from like kind of borderline PTSD almost. And meanwhile, other situations are happening at the house, like his mother is going through mental problems, and his mother is kind of hating me, or something like that, not understanding me. Like she said she didn't want to live anymore, and that part wasn't from me. But she said she had multiple mental health concerns. It's a tough situation, and I'm still not over it, as you can see. Man. But that wasn't what it clearly was not what's meant for me. Number one. Number two, it's clearly, I believe that I would be better here. I'd be more worthwhile here, honestly, than his house and under his command, I guess. Because I don't think I had as much room to grow over there as I do here. And that sounds weird as fuck, because here I'm suffering so much. But there are things I could do about it. There are things I could do here. Like I have way more freedom here. I can go out into this lake for all day, every day if I wanted to. I could sleep out here like I've slept out here in this field a couple days this week. I could move the bookshelves in my room and try to soundproof my room so no screams or nobody could get in my room. I could be more by myself, which I needed. And I could be more in control of myself, because control over my actions and the environment I'm in is something that I desperately needed when I was at his house. I desperately needed control over my school, over my things that I did, over my space that I had. I needed more control over that he didn't allow to give me. But here I have it more, I guess. But it's also so I'm also in that transitional period, so unfortunately I'm getting hit with abuse, psychological and mental, and screaming and yelling, just ugh. But I'm progressing. I'm transitioning out of that. I'm putting more stuff in my room, soundproofing my room, spending more time out here, making YouTube videos. It's all blessings. And as much as I don't want to have a relationship with them anymore, and I don't want to communicate with them anymore, there's still a part of me that's like that. Like, I never have dreams about people like that, but I've had a lot of dreams about Uncle Donnie, because I think it's something, that situation has impacted me deeply. It kind of felt like the one person who I thought was on my side and had my back. Felt like he just stabbed me in the heart, you know. But, you know, like I said, as much as I don't want to have a relationship with him, and I don't want to text him or call him or talk to him, I want to cut him off completely, drop him like a hot potato. I think it might be best if he still cares about me anyway, because I think he does. I think it would be the best to tell him that I think everything worked out fine. And I think I'm progressing as I should be. Yeah, I guess just that. I'm thinking about just sending this video to him. Maybe I might do that. I don't know. See, I don't know if he'd watch to the end to get my words on him, the words I want to give to him. I don't know if he'd watch the video to that part. But if you do, I mean, I guess I'm actually talking to you, Donnie. Those are my words. I think everything worked out as it should. And you aren't the bad guy. You aren't the bad guy. Okay. Love you guys. Love you, Kings, Queens, Jokers, and Jacks. Have an amazing life, death, and afterlife. Filled with peace, love, joy, serenity, clarity, openness, happiness, selfless, godliness, cleanliness, openness, purity, good energy, positive energy, everything good, and all my love. Amen. 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 Love you guys. Love you, Donnie. Peace out. Saluting to ya. Bye-bye. Triple Boy out.